Greetings and salutations. I was digging through footage of this Alaska trip Alan and I took in the summer of 2023 and found a decent amount of content on the day that we took a flight-seeing tour of Denali with a glacier landing as an extra. What is a flight-seeing tour? I'm glad you asked. It's a sightseeing tour in the air, typically from a small plane or a helicopter. They aren't particularly cheap, but if you have the means, I suggest splurging to do it, as it really is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. The tour that we booked is in the video description below, and it includes a map, pricing, and whatnot if you are interested. On this particular day, we left Anchorage early in the morning and headed to Talkeetna, a little tourist town about 2 hours north. We were a bit early for the tour, so we opted to wander around Talkeetna for a while, checking out some of the shops and tourist traps that were open at the time. Since it was a bright and sunny day, we were going to be able to land the plane on a glacier while we were up there. We had to put on these boots that fit over your existing footwear, and they have built-in gaiters as well. I found them to be quite fashionable. The chicks will love them. The plane itself was pretty small, holding about 11 people in total. It did not come equipped with Hellfire missiles, much to my chagrin, but the pilot was great. It was very informative and did a few loops around Denali so everyone could get some footage. Unfortunately, any information and fun facts we were given by the pilot was through our headphones, so the videos we took on our phones only captured the sounds of the plane. So, I guess that means I'm forced to improvise, since I have no idea what the names of these peaks or glaciers are that you will see on the screen for the next few minutes. But anyway, Denali, also known as Mount McKinley, is the highest mountain in North America, rising 20,310 feet. The mountain is still growing at a rate of about a half a millimeter a year, and is known for its extreme weather conditions. Denali is considered the coldest and stormiest of the 7 summits. The 7 summits are the highest mountains on each of the 7 traditional continents. Of the 7 summits, Denali is the 3rd tallest. Everest on the Nepal-China border is first, and Aconcagua in Argentina is second. Of all the people that attempt to hike to the top of Denali, only 52% of them actually make it to the top. For a while, I was trying to hike to the highest point of all 50 states. I'm sitting at about 36 now, and I'm confident that I could get to 42 or 43 easily. However, I don't believe I have what it takes to ever climb Denali, not only in terms of physical fitness, but mountaineering skills, logistics, cash flow, and hoping for the perfect trail conditions in a very short hiking window. But who knows, I might surprise myself one day. When measured from its absolute base, Denali is almost a mile taller than Mount Everest. Denali's base sits at 2,000 feet above sea level and rises around 18,000 feet to its summit, while Everest begins on a 14,000 foot high plain, then summits to 29,000 feet. Because of the weather, there's only a 30% chance that you can see Denali on any given day. The reason Denali is so elusive is because it creates its own unique weather. Due to its immense size, Denali forces moist air from the surrounding areas to rise. As the warm air rises, it cools and condenses to form a cloud cover and fog that covers it up about a third of the time. Denali National Park covers an area of over 6.1 million acres. That's bigger than New Hampshire, which is just under 6 million acres. 1 million of those acres is covered by glaciers. The park is also home to a variety of wildlife, including the Big Five: grizzly bears, wolves, Dall sheep, moose, and caribou. Denali National Park has the only working sled dog kennel in a national park. There is only one amphibian in the entire park. It's the wood frog, a tiny species with the ability to survive harsh winters in the tundra by freezing solid. The frog's actual cells do not freeze, but everything between them does. Their hearts and lungs stop working, and the frogs quote-unquote hibernate until they are thawed in the spring. There is only one road in the entire national park, Denali Park Road, go figure, which is 92 miles long. It is opened on a lottery system that allows a very limited number of cars through each day in order to minimize human impact on the wilderness areas of the park's interior. This helps Denali retain its beautiful wilderness setting. The end. What was your favorite fun fact? Leave a comment below after you like this video and subscribe to the channel. As mentioned earlier, the conditions were good enough to land on Ruth Glacier and do a little Tokyo drifting. Here, we spent about 20 minutes taking pictures and playing in the snow before having to head back.
That's actually a luxury hotel chalet.
Hotel? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Kidding.
Seriously?
I can't afford it. Dang.
It's not cheap, that's for sure.
Alan decided to make a snow angel because, well, why not? Of course, still recording. This is footage of the other plane taking off. And that would be the last time we would ever see that plane. RIP. By God, it's back from the dead. Eventually, it was time for us to head back as well. The tour ran for about 2 hours in total. Once the tour was over, we wandered around Talkeetna for a while, looking at even more shops and tourist traps. I got a reindeer glizzy for lunch. Then we were off to spend a couple nights around Denali National Park. That's all we got. Hope you enjoyed.
Hi.